Hello, my name is Riley Zaina, and this is my analysis of the 2019 AUP of Georgia Southern University. The first cost-saving strategy I came up with for Georgia Southern is for them to lower their football recruiting budget. In 2019, they spent $183,000 alone on football recruiting. A way that they could do this is by utilizing the virtual world to continue their recruiting efforts. Universities like Lehigh have seen success by using the virtual world for their recruiting. Ways that they can do this are, instead of flying coaches out or flying players out just to meet each other, they can hold these meetings on Zoom, FaceTime. They can also use footage to analyze players instead of flying out to see them play all the time. These are all ways that they could lower their recruiting budget. The second cost-saving strategy I came up with for Georgia Southern is for them to lower the amount of money that they spend in the other operations budget. The other operations budget is essentially a category for expenses that don't fall into the other categories. In the other operations budget, one of these categories is team banquets. In 2019, they spent upwards of $1.9 million alone in the other operations budget. Compare that to App State, who spent $1.1 million in the same category in 2019 and also finished higher in the Sun Belt standings in 2019. A way that Georgia Southern could lower this budget is by having all teams hold cheaper team banquets. The third cost-saving strategy I came up with is for Georgia Southern to spend less money on football student-athlete non-travel meals. In 2019, the football team spent $84,000 on non-travel meals. This number doubles what all women's sports at Georgia Southern spent in 2019. Football can do this by having their athletes use their meal plans to feed themselves on game days. Especially if the team is already paying for their scholarships and part of that scholarship is meals, it would be wise for players to utilize their meal plans that are already being paid for. A revenue-enhancing strategy I came up with for Georgia Southern is for them to begin selling concessions at other sports other than just football. In 2019, they brought in $170,000 in the program, novelty, parking, and concession sales category. Other universities like App State offer concessions at multiple sports such as football, baseball, and basketball and brought in around $304,000 in 2019 in this category. By selling at other sports, they would be increasing their revenue. A second revenue-enhancing strategy is for Georgia Southern to work on increasing their ticket sales. A way that they could increase their ticket sales is by offering game day packages. An example of this game day package could possibly be buy 4 tickets for $300. Other universities like Louisiana Lafayette already offer family packages and group rates and have for multiple years and have seen success in these. The third revenue-enhancing strategy I came up with is to have the women's sports accept more guarantee games. In 2019, the men's sports earned $1.4 million in guarantee games, while the women's sports at Georgia Southern earned a low $37,000. To have them do that, the softball and women's basketball team would have to accept and play more guarantee games. By playing these guarantee games, they would automatically be enhancing their revenue. Thank you.